I lived in Thailand for 3 months, and for the last 2 months, I was paying almost $0 per month. But I still somehow ran out of money. And yeah, you're probably thinking, how are you running out of money if you're spending no money? So, to give you context, before going out to Thailand, the plan was to save until December 2025. And, I was going to work and I was just like, fuck this, it's cold, it's fucking snowing. The snow was starting to get pretty bad. It was starting to get very cold. I couldn't run outside. And I was like, fuck this shit. I want to go to Thailand now. So I went to Thailand and I did all the math and I was like, okay, I have these credit cards I can use, which I wasn't able to use because I didn't verify my identity in person. So yeah, anyways, that doesn't matter. And I was like, okay, I have this much money. It can last me a couple months. This will be good. So I get there, I pay the first month, and after the first month, another guy there, he was about to leave because he's like, he needs to go make some money. So that made me check my own bank account. And when I checked my bank account, I got hit with a strong realization that fuck, I have $4,000 in credit card debt. And because of this $4,000 in credit card debt, I have minimum payments that I need to make. So realistically, I probably should leave now too because I don't have the money to stay here because I have to keep making these credit card payments. And at that point, I told the gym manager, I'm like, bro, I might have to leave too. And it was been a month, me living at the gym, us eating together, me training there, and he was just like, yo, you can stay here for free. So I didn't stay for like completely free because I would still pay for things, and sometimes after my fight, I would give him like almost all the money whenever I fought because he was letting me stay there for free. But in terms of money out of my bank account, nothing went out of my bank account to him, so that allowed me to stay for another 2 months. But the reason why I couldn't keep staying, the reason why I had to come back, was because of the credit card minimum payments. And the minimum payments were, like I said, like 350 Canadian or more. But the monthly expenses of living there was like 250 or like 270 Canadian per month. So yeah, the minimum payments was more than my monthly expenses, which is fucking crazy. So even the fact that I had close to zero monthly expenses, I still couldn't stay there because of the credit card debt. So now you guys have all the context, and yeah, you have all the context. So now when I came back just 2 days ago, I received my income tax refund, which was around $1,000. So now I only have $3,000 in Canadian, or $3,000 Canadian in credit card debt. And I'm gonna start working full time now. And with the full time job, working over 40 hours, maybe 50 hours per week, I should be able to make $3,000 Canadian per month. So that means after 1 month of work, that credit card debt should be gone or close to gone. And that means 5 months more of work should land me with $15,000 Canadian made, most likely $13,000 Canadian or more saved. And yeah, that's pretty much the 6 month plan in terms of the finances. And that $13,000, $1,000 is gonna go to getting the visa, the 12 month or 1 year educational visa in Thailand, so I can stay there for a year. Around 1,000 Canadians gonna go per month for expenses, and then around 1,000 Canadian, so that's 3,000. Around 1,000 Canadian to get the flight there, and then probably around 700 to 800 Canadian to buy like a pretty decent bike. Because if you're gonna be there for longer than 3 months, you might as well buy a bike. Or honestly, if you're there longer than a month or 2 months, you might as well just buy a bike so that when you leave, you can sell the bike. And for the most part, you're gonna get the exact same money you bought it for. Sometimes you get even more than you bought it for. But yeah, it's just not worth it financially to keep renting a bike when you could just buy one. It's pretty easy to just buy one on Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan. So that'll be like $3,500 to $4,000, or upfront expenses, the visa, the flight, and then the half. I don't know how to do it, like a half for the bike. So probably two and a half, $3,000 is like upfront costs. So if I save $13,000, which I think I'll be able to save more, but if I save $13,000, that gives me $10,000 left for monthly expenses. And to live like a pretty good life, I expect it to be around 1,000 Canadian dollars per month. For context, my previous expenses were less than 300. So going up to 1,000 means that it's going to be a lot better life. I'm also going to be spending more on like food and like living in a better place and all that. So yeah, $1,000 per month. Obviously, that doesn't equal like after the upfront costs. I only have $10,000 left, so that's 12 months, and I only have $10,000 left. So that $10,000 shouldn't, or I don't think is gonna last the whole 12 months. So that basically means that within that time, I will have to start making some money either from YouTube, or I'm still gonna fight when I go out there again. So that income will help as well. But yeah, it's pretty much just the financial situation and the financial plan for the next 6 months, including the next year after that for my Thailand trip. But yeah, that's the plan for now. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I just make these videos to like document the journey of whatever I'm doing, not just, to look back on, which is going to be super cool to look back on this in the future, but also for other people who want to do similar things or who want to do whatever they want to do. I feel like this could be an inspiration to those people, which is why I make these videos. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.